welcome to a new wandering series from Cyprus. I have moved on from beautiful Paphos and I am in Larnaca for the next few days. Larnaca is the third largest city of Cyprus on the southern, slightly southeastern part of the island. I have been told by others that it's a very laid-back coastal city, but I know that besides that it has a huge history, from the Phoenician harbors to Byzantine saints, Ottoman aqueducts. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it there, but I would really like to see it. And then also it has a salt lake. There's only two salt lakes in Cyprus, and one of them is here in Larnaca, and that's kind of like a winter playground for thousands and thousands of flamingos. Now I'm here at the beginning of October, so they might not have arrived yet, because they usually come from November onwards when the rains begin, but we will see. I'm gonna try and go check it out. I'm gonna probably film a general wandering video through Larnaca, and then I'm gonna highlighting some of the most important historical buildings, which you know I'm always interested in, and one of them is just there. I'm not 100% sure because I've not made it that far, but I think that is Larnaca Castle, or it's a medieval fort. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. I've not seen a lot, as I said, but so far the beaches look much nicer than the ones in Paphos. So you can see it's really shallow here. Now it's low tide, but the breeze is picking up. Before I move on, I forgot to tell you, and I came back up here, but this is the famous Finicoudes promenade. And you can see it's lined by palm trees on either side. The beach is to my right, and to my left is an endless line of restaurants and cafes, one after the other, for any taste and any pocket. 1,001 magnets and some more. Now, Larnaca's story is very long. It starts in antiquity with Kition, which was a Phoenician and later a Greek city kingdom, which was a trading hub on Cyprus's southern shore. Over the centuries, it turned into Hellenistic, then Roman, Byzantine, Frankish during the Crusades, Venetian, Ottoman, British. And each of these have left layers of ruins and buildings, which you can still see today. And I'm hoping to show you some of them over the next few days, as I mentioned. I have no idea what this is inside, but it's open. So let's go in, because that's how wanderings happen. Oh, okay, I think there's restaurants all over. Can even see a Cafe Nero there. Fantastic, it's completely hidden from the main road. See? If you don't dare to come in someplace, you would not discover what's behind the simple gate or a wall. And this is beautiful, it must be a church. Okay, it's quite large and I can't fit it into one frame, but there we go. Best as I can make it. And that's the front of it, and there's a massive big padlock and chain, so we're not going in. All the roads have been quite busy so far. I spotted the blue, but then look at the It tells you in a nutshell what I was trying to tell you. And if I just turned around, this is what I found. Well, I knew it's here. This is the famous church of St. Lazarus, or Agios Lazarus, and it is supposed to be absolutely beautiful, and I'm planning to visit it. But because in these town wanderings or city wanderings, I'm trying not to include too much of one particular building or story, I will film a separate video about it. So if you're curious and you'd like to see it, make sure to look out for it. It's gonna take probably a couple of weeks after this, but I'll pick it up after. Okay, I just visited this beautiful church, and I was wondering, when am I gonna see my first Larnacan kitty? And there it is. Hello. You're completely in Zen mode, aren't you? Okay, I'm gonna let you enjoy your peace. Just wanted to come and say hello. Have a good life. Bye. Loads and loads of icons. But there's something there I just spotted. Not these techie shoes, but something else. Not the rubbish, but obviously what's in front of me, this beautiful building with the minaret. I am expecting it to be a mosque, because it looks like it, but I don't know. I actually will have to stop and look it up on the map, or maybe we find a description. It has to be a mosque. Yes, it is. I can see the place for the ablutions, wudu, if that's the right term I remember. For women. What is that? Oh, you see again. It's about covering. Is that the women's place? Let's see. Okay. It's empty at the moment, but this probably is the women's and prayer hall. Alright, I put on a garment and let's go up. First of all, there's an amazing view onto the sea. Wow. Need to remove my shoes. There's only a couple of people here. Okay, I came out, and let's see the beautiful minaret on this side. I'm gonna try and go around it so we can see it better. There's a gorgeous fig tree, and I need to go down and hang up the covering. It was a suffocatingly hot thing to wear. They could make them out of some lighter cloth. I don't know when the evening prayer is. I am probably between them because there's very few people here. Well, this was most interesting. I did not expect to come across a mosque, but it was nice. I'm interested in seeing all the customs, worship places and whatever else that people of a land have. Okay, I think this is the best I can do. It is beautiful. What's next? I suspect it might be a castle. But first let's have a glimpse of the beautiful sea. Well, it will have to be another day because it's closed. I looked it up online and it said it's open till 6:30. And it's just, what's the time now? 5:20. So that's that. I will have to come back because I am very curious and most definitely want to explore it. I know it's not a large one, but it's full of history. So yet again, make sure you will look out for the video about Larnaca Castle. I can see some scaffolding there, so they might be working on it, but let's go around it. Let's see what we can see today. There's a plane fairly low. Where are you? Airport must be nearby. And there it is from the other side. The light would have been perfect right now. People just walking. I can't stop them. Anyway, as I said, I'll come back another day. Now I'll just admire the gentle sea. I am amazed of how it is like a low, shallow here, because it was very, very different in Paphos. And you get used to one thing and you're surprised when you see another. Well, I'm gonna walk back to my accommodation by the sea. I am very tired. It's been a long day of traveling and walking around a bit, but I'm looking forward to exploring this beautiful city. And until next time. How pretty is that? I'm loving the green and blue. And I can hear an amorous pigeon here courting. Both of you are beautiful. Look at you. I don't think she's interested, dude. Give it a break. There's loads of them. I've not seen this many pigeons since I left England. They're all lots of different colors. Beautiful. Okay, that's another one. He kept going after this beautiful ginger female, which again was not interested. And I think he's giving up now. Or are you gonna try with someone else? Pigeons are just relentless in their courtship. Yeah, he's going to try and find somebody else. There's a beautiful anchor sculpture, which was a gift from the city of Odessa. The sun is setting behind those buildings, but I think I found, besides the wind, the perfect spot for us to see the castle. It's just the light is not the best now. But there we go. This is the Winged Lion of Venice. You can rent little boats. Just look at the middle one. And the colors are absolutely beautiful in the evening twilight. I'm yet to figure out the beach practices here in Larnaca, but it looks to me that all these loungers and umbrellas are staying overnight. Because in many beaches you rent them for hours or the day. You need to take them away, put them back. But I don't think that's gonna happen here. So that's interesting. Another little art thingy. This one doesn't have an inscription, so I can't tell you what exactly it is. All through the other side, restaurants. Some of them have really nice smells coming out. I usually don't do this, but I have to today. This is the view from my little balcony. And look at that, it's one of those special big moons. I know it looks small from here, but if you look it up anywhere else, people who have proper cameras and take photos, this is mind-blowingly beautiful. The cloud has gone. Look at it. Wow. I have not seen it like this. With my eyes, I see it much more beautiful than it shows on the camera. Okay, if I zoom in too much, then it's fuzzy. But it's actually very, very beautiful. And the Funicudes Avenue goes down to my right and left, and it's beautiful. And to the right as well. Let me show you quickly. It's a new day in Larnaca. I found another sculpture type thing. Let's see, what are you? There's no inscription, but it looks like a stylized fish. And today I'm heading in the opposite direction that I did yesterday. So I'm gonna go up towards the marina and then a little bit inland, because I want to explore some of the archaeological bits and museums that are in that area. So let's see what we can see today. Hotels and restaurants on the other side, and the beautiful beach on this. Okay, I found a more solemn and historic looking statue. Is the representation of General Kimon from the Kition, kingdom, and that's part of my plan for today. There's a Kition archaeological park in which we can still see some of the ruins. So I'm curious to explore that. Righty, I believe I have arrived to the marina. Let's go have a quick look. I would love to take a sunset cruise, but that usually means horribly loud music that accompanies the whole thing, which to me completely ruins the atmosphere and the purpose of going out onto the sea to watch the sunset. So I don't know. I might give it a go just for the sake of it, because I like the sights. We'll see. I'll decide later, either today or tomorrow. And here we go. This is the smaller bay, and the wind is on, which feels really nice because it's 28 degrees already and it's morning. And this is the other side. Well, look at all these fancy schmancy beautiful boats. Oh, I like these big old iron nails. And that's how a transport boat looks like. I'm just trying to suss out what this one is going to Limassol. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Okay, these bits are locked in. We can't go any further. But let's zoom through. Oops. I'll be back. Okay, I'm coming this way because I spotted these beautiful buildings in the background and the water fountain. And it is the largest one I've seen that is actually functioning. I expect it is seawater that they are using. Looks very pretty. There. And I'm wondering what these beautiful buildings were built for originally. Okay, I saw a little note and I think this is the Larnaca Municipal Gallery. So I might come back to it later. And there's another one in a similar style next to it. I don't know if they belong together because I do not understand the Greek inscription. But I really like this style. I've not seen it before here, so it's beautiful. And in front of it is a statue of Zeno from Kition. So that's another old one going back in the BC times, 300, 200 BC. I have turned left from where I last showed you, and I'm seeing another beautiful building and it says police. Now, that has to be the fanciest police station I've ever seen. Look how beautiful it is. Wow. And then there's little decorative orange trees. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. And this is the back of the building I showed you and I didn't know what it is, and I think it's the district administration building. I like the columns. Quick view from this side too. Okay, this has to be one of the sidewalks I've ever been on. Much more modern looking building and tall. Now I can't walk around in Larnaca and not include flowers. I've showed you these in Paphos, but I've not shown you these because I don't think I've seen them. There are some sort of pink trumpet flower. Absolutely beautiful. And the bush is full of buds as well. So in a few days there will be more and more. Now I have showed you this type of oleander before, but it is my favorite. So I can't help myself. I am on a quieter side street, beautiful pine trees, and it feels nice. I had to come off the main road, it was just too hot. That's a beautiful house. Oranges, and what might you be? idea. They're larger than the grapefruits. Look at that. And look at this one, completely covered in flowers. Oh, you're so lovely. I'm by a rosy road, but look at these. Wow. Just gorgeous. I like the way the colors gradually mingle together. There's another one. Oh. And there, a flame tree. Flowers and pods and everything. It's just very noisy here, but this is beautiful. Wow. Look at all the pods. And I came across this. Oops. Big truck. The British Cemetery. Huh. I open. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's have a quick peek around. But not before I show you this gorgeous hibiscus. Once again, the wandering can lead you to places you did not expect to see. Wow. It's all neatly arranged. I am not gonna go across it. I just wanted to have a quick peek. Okay. Well, may you all rest in peace. An abandoned little house and lots of fruit, which I don't recognize. Okay, I have arrived to one of the destinations for today, Kittian Archaeological Park, which is just there behind the fence. I will film a separate video about it and the archaeological museum where most of the finds from here are displayed. So if you're curious, please check that one out, because I don't want to drag out things some of the viewers would not be interested in, but I am. So and I'll pick up the wanderings in Larnaca when I find something else interesting to show you. Now, after I came out from the archaeological museum, which was awesome, I have spotted two interesting things. One is this. I just turned right and it's ta-da! Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. It is the Saint Joseph Maronite Church. I don't know much about them. I only know that the Maronites are like the Eastern version of Catholicism, who recognize the Pope as the head of the church, but they have some liberties and they can practice in their own ways, which are not, I'm not quite sure what they are. I've never been inside a church like this, and it is closed, so I can only show it to you from the outside, but it's beautiful. Some sort of commemorative offering, I'm not quite sure. In memory of the sisters, I don't know. There's a crane looking bird. I'm not sure. It's beautiful though. Trying to show you some of the details. Beautiful arches and columns. And just in front of it, there is this beautiful silk floss tree, which is still blooming. You can see these gorgeous pinkish flowers, and on the other side there's a different shade. I'll show you in a sec. This one, it still has pinkish edges, but it's more cream peach. Absolutely beautiful. There's barely any leaves left, but the flowers are still there. much. Let me show you the second interesting and beautiful thing I spotted. Is this? It's a block of flats covered in interesting and beautiful and colored graffiti. I can't get really any closer because, as you can see, it's just a road there and there's cars coming and going non-stop. But this is so cool! I have seen similar things in different places and countries, but none of them quite like this. Again, just random things to discover whilst wandering. And I'll pan back to the church once again because from outside you can also see where the bell is. It's not like a proper bell tower, but yeah, it's hiding there. You can see it on the top left corner-ish. Okay, I need to move on. Okay, I spotted another beautiful building and I can read on it Ottoman Bank. So obviously it's a bank. I am not crossing over because there's the sunny side and I had quite enough of it for today. And that's the other side of it. And another beautiful building, and I think this is another museum, little private one. Pierides Museum. It also houses a lot of beautiful pottery and artifacts. It's on my secondary list, but it is closed now. Palm trees and a gorgeous pine tree. Oops, I'm just going between the grates of a fence. Okay, there. If you really want to be in my video, then I include you. And I think this is the art gallery I showed you in the morning when I passed it on the other side. But here I can see menu, so it's a restaurant. And oh, a glass floor, because underneath it, like pretty much everywhere in Cyprus, there's ruins. Okay, no joy with the gallery. I'm just quickly having a hover around. Yeah. Okay, so there's a restaurant on that side. And I can see a few little art bits made out of pebbles. Let's have a look. They're very pretty. Okay, they have different messages. I assume different people made them. And there's the other one. Yet again, a little hidden place tucked away from the main roads. And it's the type of ceiling I have showed you, I think in the Papos Ethnographic Museum. That there's the wooden beams and then the woven, I'm not sure if they're reeds or what they are. Not so pretty graffiti, but look what I spotted there. It looks like a tiny chapel, but this is a massive construction site, so I'm not sure what's going on. But it does look cute. And here's a kitty cat. Hello, darling. Chilling. And another one has turned up. Hello. Sorry, darling, I'm not petting you, but you're gorgeous. Look at all your colors. Look at all your colors. Let me see your beautiful eyes. Yep, you're gorgeous. And so is your friend. Nice to have seen you. In an alley there, they're playing, I think, table, or however you call this game. And the evening is drawing in much earlier than I would like to. But we are in autumn, so the sun is setting much earlier. It just feels like, you know, when you're in such a nice place where it's still very warm, that the sun should be up for at least another 3 hours. But hey, tomorrow is another day, and look at that! And this is the most cloud covering I've seen since I've been in Cyprus. Wow. Alright, I shall continue tomorrow.